going to make it a 1st and 15.
To your left, if your car is parked there, you need to remove your vehicle.
All right. Stealth outs and pistol formation again, 2 wide outs to each side. Schweikert makes a signal at the line. He drops back, looking,
Oh, he's
and the
going down.
D-line just busts loose there. And that looks like number
Chris Hill.
59. That's Chris Hill, and looked like, was it Big Dom there? Big Dominic.
I think it's Big Don.
Big Dom. Yep, that's Dominique Johnson, Steve Lee. All 3 of them got in there and hit Schweikert in the backfield before he could throw it. All right, big stop there. It's going to be 2nd and 21 now. 58 seconds to go in the first quarter. Tanks leading 14-0. All right, Stealth are coming out on offense. Schweikert makes a signal at the line. They're in pistol, tight end, and 2 wideouts to the right, 1 wideout to the left. Schweikert takes a snap, throws a screen to the flat to De'Arian.
Nope.
Looks like, or to De'Aaron Kane, or 30. Kane catches it, and he goes nowhere, though.
Well-read play right there.
Very well
Very
read.
good, yes. And that was a big play. Clyde Manuel just stepped right up there and tackled him.
Yeah, first
Good
game
to
back.
have him.
Welcome back. Man, he's a scary-looking dude.
He's a monster. He is, yeah. Probably 220 pounds solid muscle.
Absolutely.
All right.
Also, one of the nicest guys in the world.
Well said.
Yeah, he is.
Well said. All right, folks. Well, we are at the end of the first quarter, and the Tanks are leading 14-0 over the Stealth. All right. So, well. All right. Well, we're live here pretty much, just getting everything with the game underway so far. Nick, we've had a couple big plays, and thank goodness we've had, because the Stealth have really controlled the ball.
Yeah, they've been their ball control is very, very well made out for them. I mean, Tanks are doing that quick scoring and everything, but the Stealth are just taking their time and everything.
Yep, and yeah, they've definitely been. You're absolutely right, Nick. They get the ball, and they've got a couple passes caught by Duke Edwards, who's quite a good athlete, and he's got a couple first downs for him off those out routes, and then a couple penalties on that punt return, and they're in. And I see the trainers are working with Stealth player, that Alex Trebway on the sidelines. Still, they're working to.
Yeah, I believe
help
they
him
called.
get
I believe they
better,
called the ambulance on him.
Oh, hate to
Yep.
hear. Am I correct that that's Trebway? Okay, thank you.
No, they're calling it a severe knee injury. Man, it's hot today, isn't it, Tyler?
Man, it was coming up here. I saw it was about 92 degrees, Nick. It was really, really big. You know, the temperature. It's really, you know, it's so humid out compared to if it's this way in like Arizona. You know, it's hot, but it's not.
It's not.
That humidity's not there. All right, big third down here. Stealth lining up. Tanks are showing blitz. It's pistol formation, 2 wideouts to each side. Pass is thrown to Edwards down the middle. It's caught for a gain of about 10, but it's still going to be about a 4th and 12.
Yeah, that was a pretty good play there.
Duke Edwards finds the seam. He has been all over the field.
Mm-hmm. He's a big man. He's hard to bring down, too. It takes more than one guy to bring him down.
And all right, we've got the Stealth lining up again on offense. Tanks a 4-man front. Stealth John Schweikert makes the call at the line. They're going to go for this. They're in pistol again, 2 wideouts to each side. Swikert drops back. He's rushed at the line. Ball is thrown over the head of Richard Ellery, but thankfully it went through the hands of Duke Edwards. Ellery tipped it, and then it went through the hands of Edwards, so that it'll be a first down. Tanks, who will take over on about the 30-yard line.
Very good defensive stand by the Tanks there.
That was huge because they were they're down 14-0. They start to make a bit of a comeback, and you definitely don't want to give them that. If they get a score or a field goal or something, touchdown there, that could change things. So, let them back in it. So.
Well, why we have this time? Let's name off a couple sponsors.
All right.
We have Westside IGA. Looks like we're getting started already.
Yeah, we're coming back out.
Sorry about that.
No, you're good, buddy. Shotgun 2 wide outs to each side. Back to the right. Micah Brown gets handed the ball up the middle, and he squirts to about 7 yards. All the talk has been about A.J. Williams, but when you see Micah back there, he has been a very solid runner this year.
Absolutely. I mean, he's putting in so much work over this offseason. I mean, he's really improved from what he did last year.
Yeah, he's made flat, but he goes nowhere. And looks like Markel Kane on the tackle. And okay, so 3rd and about. That makes it, I'm going to say they're spotting it about 2. Tanks coming out. They're out in shotgun again. 2 wide outs to each side. Micah Brown to the right of Job Swords in the backfield. And the ball is snapped. Swords drops back. He's looking. Throws it deep. John Tez is open. It's caught. He sheds a defender, and he's going in for the score. John Tez Jones. Wow.
He was man, he could have made a cell phone call at that range. I mean, he was wide open.
Wow, Nick, there must have been some kind of coverage breakdown or something.
They must have.
There was nobody. The safety got to him, but John Tez broke off and then just went on to the races. So now it's 20-0 with 13 minutes left to go in the second quarter.
He even had time to look back and wave at the defender.
Yeah.
Oh man, what a pass!
All right, so now it's looks like we're going for 1, Nick. It's 20-0. Looks like we're going to try to get the extra point here. Zach Christensen lines back up to kick, and just to let you know, fans, the rules have changed this year. They're going with the NFL rules on kicking, so extra points will be kicked all the way back from the 15-yard line. So the ball's snapped. Christensen kicks it, and
it looks good to me.
It looks good. It's called good. And the Tanks are leading 21-0.
In the second quarter, it's the Tanks 21, the Scout 0. That was definitely a blown coverage.
John Tez Jones, wow, with a huge catch. 68 yards.
Tanks took advantage of that blown coverage.
Wow. All right. So we're 13 minutes to go in the second quarter, and it's 21-0, and it looks like Tanks are going to line back up to kick off. So, all right. Well, Nick, so far so good. Looks like we're hopefully we won't allow them to make another long drive like we did before.
Mm-hmm. I actually agree with that.
Yeah, it was a big. If you're just tuning in, our 3 touchdowns of all but 2 have been passing, 1 have been rushing. Tony Murphy scored the first, punched in the 2 to get it to 8-0. Michael Quay ran in a 20-yard screen pass, and just now John Tez Jones took advantage of the busted coverage and ran about 70 yards on the deep pass. So now the Tanks are lining back up. Zach Christensen back again to kick off. And the ball is kicked.
It's a short one.
Short kick. And then
About the 15-yard line.
about the Adams takes the ball. He finds some room up the middle. He's got a seam up the middle. He's up to the 50. He's down to about the 40.
Oh, and he's
down
brought out.
to-
He's brought out of bounds by Nathan Newton.
He's knocked out of bounds there by number 63.
Oh, wow.
Nathan Newton.
I was going to say, Jontez Jones is one of the first of the what I call the Lexington wave. He came up a few years back, played down in Lexington for a school down there, and seems like he's got the interest going for a lot of players coming up. A lot of our receivers and running backs are from the Lexington area now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so recruiting trails really picked up there this year.
Yes. Success brings guys up.
And I respect the commitment. They drive all the way from Lexington
Yes.
just to come here and play football.
Roughly over a 2-hour drive for them to come up and be part of this team.
Well said. All right, we've got the Stealth lining up offensively.
Schwackert back under the shotgun.
Schweikert lines up. Shotgun empty backfield, tight end to each side. 2 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. Schweikert snaps back. He's looking. He's rushed. Ball is thrown to, looks like Kane, but it's incomplete.
Looks like the Stealth are wanting a flag on that, but it looks like they're not going to get it.
That was some tight play there. Second, and so now it's going to be 2nd and 10. Stealth have the ball on the Tanks are lined up. Stealth of it on the 40. Tanks are leading 21-0 right now. And Tanks break huddle. And we've got, Stealth lining up again. They're going to stick with that empty backfield. Schweikert in the backfield looks to the sideline to get a call.
Looks like big Deion McKinley. Looks like he's about to come through that line.
And showing the blitz. Ball is fumbled, but
They'll call a false start on this Stealth.
really a very nice break for the Stealth there. And even though I know it's never a good break on a penalty, but all right, false start's going to move him back 5 yards. Or would have been a 3rd and 15. It's 2nd and 15.
So guys, as I stepped out earlier, I heard you guys mentioning Tanea. I wanted to say get well soon, Tanea. I'll try to get down and see you. I've had a hectic life there, started a new job. Well, you seem to get yourself in a predicament as well, too. But if you're listening, get well soon and put a post on the Facebook page or something for us so we know how you're doing.
Well said, Michael. Very well said.
Ooh, what a hit.
That was great. Oh, wow.
For a loss.
Stealth came out in empty backfield again and threw it to Duke Edwards, but a host of Tanks were right there on the right side to stop him on the screen.
He took quite a shot there, too.
I'll tell you what I like about this Tank defense. Brian Roden, Coach Roden, is rotating 4 or 5 offensive or defensive linemen in and out on this team. A lot of talent on the defensive side of the football, and that's going to be an attrition thing. You're going to start seeing teams wear down about halfway through the 3rd quarter. I think on a day like today, you're already starting to see that. It's perfect weather for football, though. You know, nice, sunny out, not too hot. The humidity's low. It almost feels like November versus, early June, and we'll take it. We love it down here when this weather's like
Oh,
that.
absolutely. Man, I'm just glad that we started this game when we did because it was hot earlier in the day.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
wow. Yeah, it was smoking outside. And, yeah, it's definitely better like, playing the Lightning and we're in all that rain. And
That was a sloppy game. That I think is what attributed to my getting injured, actually. Going down on the field and hitting the ground a little bit different, spreading your arm out and whatnot. But
yeah. Drew, all right, Stealth line up, empty backfield.
Uh-oh.
So they snap it. Schweikert's rushed off the ends. Wow. And he's sacked.
sacked by 11 and Clyde Manuel.
Chad Hudnall and Clyde Adnall. Clyde Manuel just rushed in and sacked him in the backfield. And now it's going to be 4th and a very, very long scenario. About
35 yards, maybe?
wow.
Yeah, Chad Hudnall and the new guy, they're super good defensive linemen. I mean, Clyde Manuel played at Kentucky Christian College. specimens. I mean, they work out and it shows. And good speed on